What has happened to the American dream? Like, what is really going on? It's so strange that the American dream for so many people now, if you go on YouTube and you go on social media, is to leave America. That's the American dream. Because it seems that so many of us are just working every month to pay the bills. And then as soon as you pay the bills, you're working super, super hard to get it all together to pay the bills again the next month. It's like you don't even have like time to to take a sigh and breathe, because you got to keep grinding and keep making that income to pay those bills and to get the bills ready so that they can be paid on time for the next month. It's like the hamster on the wheel, you know? When you see the hamster and you're like, and it doesn't stop. And it just runs. And then it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And so as you scroll through and then you see expat after expat leaving, going here, going there, and they're sharing their stories about how different it is and about how we've been ripped off, how we've been bamboozled. You can't help, well, let me just say, maybe not you, but I myself, I can't help but say, there is obviously life outside of these borders. And I don't know if it would be not doing yourself justice to give it a chance to explore. Because honestly, it's a big world out there. It's a big world out there. It really is. But we have been conditioned to stay within this little box, this little borders of the red, white, and blue, you know, like, hey, it's the best country in the world. And you know what's scary is some of these people who are like the ultimate patriots are actually seeing and starting to say, wait a minute, something's not right in the milk, you know? Something ain't right. Something's not right. And it's kind of falling all across the border with so many people that are saying, what's going on here? You know, we got fog in the sky when we've never had fog before, a dense, creepy kind of fog. And then people are, anyway, yeah. And then you have the cost of living that just keeps rising and rising and rising. And oftentimes the salaries are not meeting the cost of living. Like, I am in a southern state, and to them, like, a median income is like, if you're making $50,000, woo, you should be like so super happy, like, yay. But guess what? If you're making that, it does not qualify you for a lot of places if you're renting, or even qualifying for a mortgage. Because if you're renting, you have to have you got to make 3 times your rent. Your salary has 3 times that. And if you want to qualify for a mortgage, good luck. And at this point, do you really want to qualify for a mortgage? Because do you really own the house in America? Do you really own the house? Because I ask you this, that American dream about the house and the picket fence and the 2.5 kids and the cars and all that stuff, do you really own your house? Because if you paid off your mortgage, but you don't pay your property taxes, or you don't put a new roof on, so the insurance company will say, no, well, we're going to drop you if you don't do it. And if you don't pay your property taxes, once again, who gets your house? Do you keep your house? Do you really keep your house? So once again, what's going on with the American dream? Where are we at here? Is the American dream now to leave America? It's so much to unwrap here. It's so much to untangle. It's like being in an abusive relationship. Because you say, oh, but I love him so, but he just beats you up and leaves you just feeling emotionally drained. And you're like, but I love him. And then they're like, girl, you better leave him. Girl, get out. So the question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay in this abusive relationship? Or are you going to get out? It's a personal question, right? It's a soul-searching question. It's a question that it's time to actually sit down and have a real conversation with yourself. It's time. And the fear, you can't afford to be afraid anymore. It's really more about saving your life, saving your sanity, if that's what it comes down to. What happened to the American dream, y'all? What happened to it?